And first, my co-host, Paul Hollis, author of the Hall Man series, owner of Hall Man Publishing, and Frank Fiore, the host of Fridays with Frank. Frank, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, I think this interview is very apropos. I mean, I'm in my late 70s, so I want to know how to be agelessly healthy. So I gotta that would
All
be great.
right. So Sheba and Nate join us, and we're going to talk about the journey. Sheba, let's go first to the journey. How? Because remember, I had you were doing the show with the co-host doing Women CEO and Reflection the first time, but we really didn't know the whole piece of Nate in this. So kind of tell us that story.
But Nate, why don't you start and tell your story?
Hey, the first thing is, I was born like everybody else, right? But listen, here's my story. I came about the work that we're doing quite by chance. I was an administrator, Parks Recreation administrator, living my life. And then all of a sudden, like so many other people, health change, challenge with my heart and other things sort of brought on a change. And I started to exercise. I didn't want to take medicine. I didn't know what else to do. And so I started to exercise and I met Sheba, and that started the change in my life. And that's how we became the ageless workout couple. And that's how we started to do this work of longevity and aging.
All right, go ahead, Sheba. So that's how it started. And now I love the fact of who you're serving because it is a population that doesn't take care of themselves enough. And secondly, it's one of the largest populations that's out there is the older adults.
Well, quite honestly, Neil, we're taking care of everyone because everyone is aging. So don't think of it as older people. Everyone is aging. If you're 20 years old, you're aging. And within this day and time, when fitness is really a hot subject, and we're talking about changing the way that individuals see fitness, everyone is aging. And our program and our mindset is for everyone who is aging so that we teach them better habits for a better quality of life for enhanced longevity. Because whether you're 21 or 71, you want to live a long time.
Go ahead, Frank, with your question.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, my family, both on my wife's side and my side, they live long. They live long, and I think that the generation that we have, the post-war adult, they're fighting it. They're fighting the age, and then we don't think they're old, and we're doing everything we can to push that age limit out. But I find out that basically in what you're doing, how do you modify a workout, which the older people, my age and stuff, we're not running around doing what lifting big weights and all the traditional type of stuff. How do you modify the workout routine for the older people?
Well, that's a great question, really. And so with that, our program, the Ageless Workout Method, is designed for everyone. So we make no judgments about what your abilities are, and we demonstrate in 3 different ways. I certified instructors about 25 years ago. And so we know how to modify the exercise to accommodate someone. But it's quite honestly, it's not just the elderly, it's those with aches and pains. I have a total hip replacement. I'm going to have some foot surgery on Wednesday, and I'll be back teaching in a chair nationally on the following Tuesday. So Nate, could you expand on that a little bit?
So when we talk about older, it's interesting because I'm 70 years young. So I don't know what that means to anybody, but the modifications for me is that I need to learn how to listen to my body. So if I wanted to press or shoulder press or chest press, I might not lift as heavy, maybe do more repetitions. I might have to roll out my body with foam rolling. I might need more massage. I might have to take more time off and recover. I might have to sleep better. So it's those things that my commitment is to maintain my body and to listen to my body. While I want to have the aesthetics, I also understand that bones and muscle are important. And those are the factors, the balance, all of those pieces fit for me in terms of longevity. Yes, again, you know, I want to look good, but the most important to me is that I feel good and that I represent myself in the best way possible. I hope that makes sense.
No, it absolutely makes sense. And I look like the younger I feel now at 51 than I was when I was 40. And I'm totally thinking I can accomplish anything and conquer everything. I'm using yoga, DDPY yoga every day. And yoga has just changed my game changer because it's resistance training the way he does it. And it's the best workout and it just shows the best results for me. So I found that specific piece with, I do lots of intermittent fasting. I focus completely in reverse aging. I have a product that I use that also helps with longevity and stuff like that. It's an amazing product from LifeWave. And I have all these different pieces of the puzzle to want to know when I am your age, Nate, I'm going to be like you. So I want to be in that area, or even better if you looked at people like Stallone, or you look at Schwarzenegger and how they are still as active as they were in their 40s. That's got to be the goal. And looking at two older gentlemen they're in their 70s and how they're still working full time, their brains are active and all these different things is another part of it, because our brain health is so important as well, too. Wouldn't you agree, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, our program focuses on cognition. So we focus, it's a little bit different. We focus on your cognition, your timing, your balance, your core. The newsletter that came out yesterday, strength,
Mhm.
strength, stamina,
And stability.
and stability. And those are the things you need at any age. Remember, there is money to be made in America off of aging. All right. Aging, who can tell you how to age? Who defines who you really are? You do. No one else can define you. And we see that every day now. That is the topic of conversation. You define who you are, what you like to do. For you, Neil, you found yoga, you found role models in your mind you want to follow. You've determined that you want to intermittent fast. You've done your research, and most importantly, you have purpose. And so as you get older, in this pro-aging, and we don't call it anti-aging because that's a negative. We call it pro-aging. You make better decisions. Here we go, back to what we said. Better habits for a better quality of life, for enhanced longevity. You've made those decisions at 51, and you're on the right track.
I did it at 49, but now at 51. So it's very interesting. If you looked at me at 46 and 49, saw pictures say, you look younger now. And then if I shave this beard off and get rid of the gray, I would look, some people say you look 37. So I like, and then look at you, Nate. I know I wouldn't have thought you were 70. So there you go. So you're doing
Wait. I'm 67. I don't get
I
any
would not, I would
props 'cause I'm the
definitely not
woman.
think I would not think you're 67. That's for sure. See, you're the power couple. When are you guys gonna be on the Today Show?
As soon as you send this video, we are there. I've been writing them all along. We are undiscovered. We are
so then we need to talk. That's where our connection is. We were thinking podcasting. I'm connected to lots of people. We have to think about how to get you in front of the right people. And that's your next phase so that you can go blow up, or different things. Like, for example, I have oh my gosh, my brain, it'll come to me in a second. That's me just doing so many different things. A big star in fitness is coming on my show next week. I'm just going to go to the search and it'll come to me right when I see it. Isn't that ridiculous? Former Biggest Loser star Jillian Michaels will be on my show on Tuesday.
wonderful.
So
she does wonderful work. She always
I'll have to mention to Jillian about you guys. It's interesting. Dr. Ron Kaiser did something before, so we'll have to connect and talk about this even before my interview with Jillian on Tuesday. Best place. I'm gonna let Paul have a question. Paul, what question do you have for our fitness experts?
My question is actually slightly different than what Neil asked. I know you do cognitive rejuvenation, etc. But I'm wondering about when people start thinking they're old, right? I mean, I've never experienced that. I mean, I always see myself as 40, although I'm older than you, Nate. But I'm wondering, like, is there something that you can sort of convince people or show them or teach them that they're not old, they're just a person, right?
Well, again, that's a good question. You want to take
go
that?
ahead. I'll go.
When we talked recently, we met with Dr. Signorelli, a longtime researcher at University of Miami that follows individuals who are aging and their workouts. And he is the back the science and data-driven information for our program, the Aegis Workout Method. And he has found that power and strength is important as you age and actually takes you back just a little bit. So when individuals come to us, he asked me what kind of tests we do. His is different. He has people come to do his research. On our side, we have individuals come to us and they tell us everything we want to know. So there is a certain level of listening and understanding what an individual needs. And you give them that. We talked about this morning about one of my clients. You give them that and you give them successes early. So you come to me and you say, my God, I'm feeling old. I don't have anything to do. You know, we listen to that and gradually bring you in doing the same things that Neil said that he likes, and then kind of reprogram you along the way to have successes that you feel good. Remember, aging is big money in America.
Well, let's talk about our client, Jan. Jan's 88. I trained her, and she and I have this conversation about immortality, and we talk about not feeling this age thing, right? That we really feel 40, 50. The only time that you know age sort of enters into the conversation when somebody says to us, "How old are you?" and we start to think about it. Well, how old are you? No, it's really how young. It's again the mindset, it's the mentality. It's really how you talk to yourself.
It's a mental thought process.
It's a mental
You wake up in the morning and say you think you're old, especially some people saying, "Hey, I'm not the same person." That goes back to your purpose and mission and driven thing. I think that every person who retires should never retire. They should find another passion and keep going with it, because retirement could be death for you. And because
Nate has a saying, so let him say it. And I used it in an ad where for a company when they're casting. What did I say?
So people talk to us about retirement. We're not going to do that incidentally. We're going to rewire. We're going to rewire. We're going to go back to
your
the
mind.
drawing board, rewire the mind. We're going to associate with people like you. We're going to bring people along, right? We're going to create, because we came from the creators. The creator. So we have to continue to create and not sit down in a chair, because what we understand is the more we sit down, the less we're going to be able to get back.
Right.
So we have to be a part of something different, not that, oh, woe is me, I'm getting old. That's an old conversation in itself. What is old anyway? Who can define it?
No, they can't define that at all. But that's the thing. There's age chronologically and other things, and you could just see the specific things depending on what city you live in as well. Okay. All right. People can check you guys out. Best place. Tell us.
Well, we have a book. We're in our second edition of writing it. It's called The Aegis Workout. All right. And you can find us on our websites. We have the Aegis Workout, and then we also have Panache Fitness, but also.
Yeah, so you got Nate Wilkins Changing Lives. We change lives. But then YouTube, Instagram, all of the social media channels, you can look for either Sheba or myself or the Ageless Workout.
We're on Instagram. We have a newsletter that goes out twice a month, talking specifically about the tools you need to age well. No one is in this space. This is not a fad thing.
No,
this
definitely.
is science-based, talking to people about having them feel better habits for a better quality of life, for enhanced longevity.
All right. That was the special simulcast of Neil Haley's show and Fridays with Friends.